Hi, it's Chris again from One Man and His Quad, and just look at that. That's a nice shot, isn't it? It's looking quite clean as well, quite surprisingly. Obviously not using it enough. Anyway, the quad is going to be staying in the shed this afternoon, and there's a very good reason why. I'm going to talk about something. In fact, it's the reason why I do this social media and YouTube and Facebook and just about everything else, really. So there you go, the new titles, and yeah, took a bit of time to do, but hey ho. I'm going to click my fingers, and as if by magic, bit of production magic, the next thing you're going to see is me. Hello! I did say you'd see me. I'm here today to discuss something that's pretty close to my heart, I've got to say. I'm trying to work out where the camera is. Looking around, is it that side, is it that side? Yeah, the reason I do this, and a lot of people have asked me, why do we do the channel? Why do we do the Facebook? What's it all about? The one thing it is about is mental health and anxiety and depression. And it's something that's I've had for many years. And I'm hoping, someone sounds like they're having fun on the moor in their car. I'm hoping this channel will encourage people really to open up about it and maybe do something about it, and sort of focus their attention and focus their minds onto a hobby, which this is for me. I'm going to start about 18 months ago and how this all came about. Originally, I was going to take part in Western Beach Race on this very bike, and I had a look into it. I even booked in. But as time went on, I thought I had possibly bitten off more than I could chew in terms of my abilities. I had a practice race. I didn't do brilliantly, did all right, but going from a local practice event to the biggest beach race in Europe for motorbikes and sidecars and quad bikes, it's no mean feat, and it's something that I thought I maybe didn't have the ability to do. Plus, my wife was expecting our first child at the time, so the last thing you want to do is sort of put yourself in a hospital bed sort of weeks before the birth of your first child. So there was a couple of reasons behind it that I decided to not go ahead with that. And it sort of kicked me in the teeth a bit more than I thought it was going to do. My depression and anxiety had been around for years. It's possibly something that had been present in my early childhood, into my teens, into my 20s, and now at the age of 36. I'm starting, and I use the word starting to get on top of it. It's important to know that sometimes it's not going to be the easiest thing to sort out, and believe me, it's not the easiest thing to sort out. But by having a focus, by having a hobby, by having something to do, and this is a sort of two-tier thing, for me is really important. Give myself a focus and put my mind to something and learn. Now, obviously, the enjoyment is from riding the quad bike. Like I said, this is a two-tier thing. So I get to go out, I get to ride the quad bike. And after the disappointment of not doing Western last year, I decided to get myself into something that was affordable, which was local, which was fun, and sort of took me away from the mundane. You can go out on your bike as long as it's road legal, and you can drive around the roads, and it's all well and good. You hear in the background there's people enjoying Exmoor today. But what I wanted to do was something slightly different. So I got into what the Americans and other countries call trail riding, and what we call here in the UK, excuse me, green laning. And I'm lucky enough to live in North Devon, on the edge of Exmoor, and okay, granted, there's not many byways on Exmoor itself at the moment. A lot of them have been taken away, but there are ones accessible within driving distance, which I don't need to travel very far to. You will have seen the videos on YouTube of me doing some of the ones around Bratton Fleming and Luxor and that sort of area, etc. So there was that, and then there was the challenge of making the bike suitable for what I wanted to do. The bike came pretty much standard, bottom end model of the Sportsman 570, which is fair enough. It was sort of within a budget, and I wanted to put a personal touch on it. So hence the orange plastic dip, hence the fact it's got a winch on, which is, doubly useful for the fact we're sat at stables right now, so there's always things to do there. And you will have seen on the walk around video, I'm not going to go into it in great detail now. If you are interested about the bike, watch the walk around video. But it sort of gave me a chance to learn. I'm not mechanically minded. I haven't come from a background of owning, many vehicles in the past, your standard cars. So learning to maintain and improve this bike has really helped me. And by going on things like YouTube and looking at what normal people, like I feel like I am, are doing to their bikes, sort of, and the feeling that they're not qualified mechanics, they're doing this at home on a weekend, it sort of lifts you up, and the achievement you get from producing something like this, and like I keep saying, projects are never finished. They're always got something else to do with them. But you get that sense of achievement, and you keep on going with them, and the bigger challenges you face and succeed at, the more that you get enjoyment out of them. Same with some of these lanes. Some of them are quite difficult, some of them are relatively easy. Bit of gravel on a bit of tarmac. It is what it is, and that's the important thing. To gain something, to gain a hobby, which you can enjoy, and that's what life's about. We're not here for a short time, we're here for a good time, as people say, and it's very true. You've got to enjoy what you're doing, and you've got to find that, however bad things are. And believe me, I have some bad days. I have some frustrations. I have some things that I wish I could change about myself. And I know we all feel that. I know we're 10 weeks into this COVID-19 lockdown now, and people are driving the walls and actually learning things about themselves and other people that they never would have done so unless it was for this lockdown. And even though you're going to look and think there's going to be a lot of people going into this NHS mental health system after this lockdown has finished, but surely that's a good thing that people are finding out about this and doing something about it, because it's everywhere. And I don't think as a youngster it was recognised, especially in me, for a long time, till I was in my early 30s. As I said before, I'm now 36 years old. That's a lot of life that I've lived, knowing that possibly I have this problem, possibly I'm a little bit different to the next person, but not knowing quite what it is. And now I am slowly, and I emphasize the word slowly, because if you're watching this and you feel a bit down at the moment and you want to go and get yourself checked out, ask a few questions of yourself with a professional, go and do it. Just go and do it. Just have that peace of mind. If it isn't something else, it could be a range of things. Mental health, anxiety, depression is a huge, vast subject which we could sit here and do a video on all day. I'm not, because I am no way a health professional. What I have done though is lived it. I've lived it for a long time, and I've found a way of coping. And in short, what I wanted to say to you today, I don't want to preach and say, go and get a hobby, go and do that now, you'll be fine, because it's worked for me. Group therapy worked for me. One-on-one counselling and possibly some medication hasn't worked for me in the past. You might be completely different. Every human is unique, remember, and it's really important that we all remember that. If you are with someone who is struggling at the moment, make sure you're giving them the chance to talk. We've got a lot of time where we can talk at the moment. Use it, because once the world gets back to a semi-normal place, it's going to be back to 100 miles an hour again. And having lived that lifestyle in a city, that it's no fun. You don't get a chance to talk. You don't get a chance to express your feelings, because from when you wake up in the morning to when you go to bed at night, you tend to be busy. So talk whilst you've got the chance. Look after each other, and just be there for each other, and spot the signs. The signs, looking back, can be quite obvious. People can have bad days. Don't mistake having a bad day for depression and anxiety, whatever you do, but don't ignore it on the other hand. So that's what I wanted to say to you today. This is why I do one man and my quad, or one man and his quad. I even get it. I have to look at the side of the quad bike. I don't know whether you can pick that up on camera to actually see what my channel's called. But anyway, that's why I wanted to do this video today. Just have a chat to you guys, explain why I do it, why it's important for me to do it personally. I hope you enjoy the videos. If you don't, it doesn't matter. It's an outlet for me. I'll be doing more videos. I've got some very exciting stuff in the background. I don't know, well, you won't be able to see it. There's a box that's arrived today. I've got some more stuff arriving, hopefully this week, fingers crossed, which I'm going to chase up after I press stop on this video. But there's more exciting videos coming to the channel, which I'm going to do. I'm sort of thinking of ways of going to do it at the moment without sort of standing on anybody else's toes who have done it on YouTube in the past. But we will talk about more, or talk about that more even, you know, in the very near future. Yeah, leave a comment if you've got anything to say. If you want to chat, hit me up on Facebook and Instagram. I'm there. Even if you just say I'm sharing the same experience, and it'd be great to talk, because talking is one of the main things you've got to do, whether that's face to face, on the phone, you know, through chat engines. If you need to talk to someone, especially if they share a common interest, because it's amazing how good it feels. And especially if you're having a problem, whether that's a problem in your head or a problem with your bike, solving any problem is brilliant. So hit me up on there, leave a comment if you want to contact me, and make sure you follow us on Instagram and like us on Facebook. And yeah, stay safe, enjoy what's left of the good weather, and I will catch you real soon.